Welcome to Mountain Man Garage, where we're broke and so is the car. Come and listen to my story about Mountain Man Garage, a poor mountaineer who likes to work on cars. He has a wife and kids that'll make him walk the line. If you've got a rusty car, he'll fix it every time. Oil leaks, that is, rust and mold. Watch and see. There you go. We got a real special one today. We got a 1949 Chrysler Windsor. And the story behind this thing is the guy bought it in 1949, brand new. And what he did was bought it for his wife. Well, a few years later in the 50s, his wife died and he put it in his barn. It's been sitting there ever since. This thing, it's down in the mud. It's lower than a hog's chin on market day. But we hope this thing ain't locked up on us. Let's check it out. All the chrome is really nice. It's even got all the hubcaps on it. It's got one hole in the fender there. The guy said that when he pulled it out of the barn, he got sideways with his tractor and something on his tractor hit it and cut a big old hole in it. But all the chrome looks pretty good. As you can tell, it's in a mud hole. All the hubcaps, everything is on there. The only bad spot of the chrome is right there in these little bumper guards. Glass has got a couple cracks in it right there. And this glass is cracked. I'll be. The antenna's still on there. Let's see what this thing smells like. Wow. I don't smell anything in there. Maybe a slight touch of mold and Cheerios. Let's go ahead and see what we got in the power barn. Flat 6. Check out the interior of this thing. We ain't got no keys, but switch, the ignition switch came out. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's just right back there. Like, it feels like it might not be that bad to get it out. Look at these knobs. That is cool. We got an amp gauge, a fuel gauge, oil, temp, beam indicator, turn indicator. And this is some kind of funky hydraulic transmission. It's got a torque converter and a clutch.
Actually, this new hydraulically operated transmission does a swell job with nothing more than common sense, care, and attention.
Right.
Weird. Look at this. This is my favorite thing right here. Off, fresh air, summer, winter. I mean, that's the way you do it right there. We're trying to find the keys to this thing. Oh. Is it moving anything? I'm really hoping the key's in there. spray some of this in there. We'll leave it in there. Let it soak while we go. There we go. That was not messy at all.
That's nasty.
Look at that, the headliner is still in this thing. Headliner is still in here. This is the original seat, looks like. Let me go get my keys with my keychain. Let me see if any of them will fit. Ugh. I don't know what this key come out of, but...
Oh.
You got it?
Yep.
Heck yeah. Key? Oh!
Some keys.
Ah!
There's points right here.
That is weird key right there.
There's a wing.
Oh yeah.
Some fuses. That I'm sure are still good. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And light bulb. Razor blade.
Yeah, well, we may need that razor blade.
Shave. There's something. Key something.
That's a new key.
I bet it's for this.
Oh yeah, it is, yeah. Wow.
Something. A ring. Something. That's it. Nut and the bolt.
Wow.
Some acorns.
Acorns. Hey, I can always use more acorns. You meet a man that says he don't need no acorns, there's got to be something wrong with it.
22 bullet.
Oh, I wonder how old that is.
A Winchester.
Oh.
1949.
This may be a hard nut to crack. Come on, baby. It's probably something you got to do just right. Hold your mouth right. Will not turn. See if it works in the trunk. Man, it's one of those old oil bath ones, ain't it? But it's still got the oil in it. Pretty nasty looking, ain't it?
At least that would have saved on the...
Where's the battery at? Oh, it goes right here. Wow, the battery tray looks like new, don't it? That's crazy. What does that say? Spitfire? Is that what that says?
Wow. Somebody's spitting some fire.
Yeah. I guess we'll just pop these off and dump a mixture of stuff down in there. I don't know that it's locked up, but it may be. But we got to go to town to get a battery and stuff, so I figure we'll put some stuff down in each one of these holes and just let it sit while we run and get the stuff. You know, I have no idea what the firing order is on this thing even. What is that? That don't look promising. The Dilly Flodger. Spitfire.
The Spitfire is a pilot's dream.
Maybe it'll spit a fire today.
Yeah, I hope it'll spit some fire.
Ow!
Heck yeah.
That felt amazing. We're gonna get dirt and crap out of there.
Oh yeah.
I'll go right down in there.
I mean, we ain't got a air nozzle thing. Blow it. Blow it. Yeah. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. All right. Ow. I'll tell you, hitting your head on one of these make you madder than a centipede on a hot rock. Oh man, that is. Look at that. That thing looks great.
You better look at the firing order or something so you remember.
Looks like he's already put a. Yeah. All right, so number one, we'll hook it around there. Number two will just be there. Ow! That's amazing. That new too? Heck yeah. Nothing wrong with that. We'll put this stuff down in there and we'll go get them parts. We gotta be crazy for buying this thing. If brains was lard, I probably couldn't even grease a pan. All right, now we just need a bore scope. We ain't got one. We got a little bit of 2-cycle oil, ITS, and a little bit of PB blaster. Mix those together. Put them in there a little bit. At least it'll make you think you done something. Stuff's hotter than a cat's bag. All right, think that's enough? Well, if it ain't, well, I always thought it should have been.
You're the professional here.
Yeah, professional hillbilly.
Certified mechanic.
That means something coming from a man that come out of the womb with grease on his hands. ASE certification tattooed on his left hind cheek.
That's right.
To show the odometer as well. So it's got 62,100 miles on it, and that's supposed to be the actual miles. This is a 2-owner vehicle. The guy that bought it new had it, and the guy I'm buying it off of, he got it off of him, and he's just let it sit for a year. And but before that, it sat in the guy's barn for since the 1950s. Just want to. I don't smell nothing. I don't see no smoke. Dash ain't smoking. I wish I had me one of those Lone Wolf 5000s. Now how do you... Where's the solenoid at? Is that it right there? Man, that's a weird looking solenoid.
Mm-hmm. So like a solenoid and another solenoid.
Yeah. So here is the hot wire. No ground's going to the
Positive. About those black cables.
You think this is a negative ground? I know some of these cars is backwards. It is positive ground. Good grief. Oh yeah, it's got oil in it. It's quart low, but not bad. Yeah, it's oil. A little bit of gas smell to it, but that's probably just from flooding. Yeah. .3. That's a big old monster socket. Yeah, I ain't got one that big. Shoot. It ain't gonna turn over, that's for sure. Did you get it out? Man, you are awesome. Hey, making progress. Well, that's all right, I can get a new one. Wow. Now we just got to get this motor to turn over. Man, this is a mud hole and a half right here. All right, now we can crank on it. If we can get the motor just to spin over, I can't get it to turn. I pushed on this and tried to pull that. Okay. Well, after we pulled the radiator, now we can get this on there. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Kind of hard to get it on there. Oh, yeah. That'll work right there.
Kill you with one swing of that.
Yeah, I know. Well, if we get in a fight later on, we'll pull these out on them.
Choose that right there.
In that billy club. So we had to pull this radiator out of this thing because it was too tight to get our arms down in there. And then we couldn't find a wrench. Went to Hobo Freight and bought this set for 75 bucks. Breaker bar and all them sockets came with it. Probably won't use it much more again, but anyway. All right. Now turn her over. See if it'll, see what she does. Probably fixing to watch a bunch of oil spray out of there, hopefully. Huh. We have to take that dang starter off. Try to work it and clean it out. How hard is it to take that thing off?
Take a look, everybody on YouTube, and look at this sketchy deck sunk in the mud.
And you better use jack stands under the rear axle, fellas. It's safer that way.
And Ryan's head is where it'll kill him if it falls. Well, that rock right there will stop it from killing him. It'll just sink him into the mud a little bit and he might get buried.
It'll just hospitalize me.
We'll just have to come back after it dries out a little bit, which probably about 2 weeks from now because it's supposed to rain tomorrow. And dig them out.
Well, I got a frog that's chirping right beside my head.
Well, it'll keep you company.
That's what you get when you're working in a freaking swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Get off of there.
You about got it yet?
Oh, I'm turning about 1/8 of an inch at a time here.
Well, that's progress, I guess. You want me to sit down in here and see if it'll sink down any?
Yeah, sit down in there and rock around a little bit. Now my hand's cramping.
We'll use the other one. Man up.
Rub some dirt in my eye and keep on going.
Spit on it. I don't know if there's any dirt out here, it's just mud. Guess you could eat some. Eat you some mud.
Make it like that where you can't get nothing on it.
They wanted the
I
professionals.
thought 1940s vehicles were supposed to be real easy to.
Well, it's just like that video. They wanted the professionals to.
Right. Yeah.
They wanted you to take it to them.
Right. Oh man, get in there.
Look at these shiny hubcaps.
Oh man. Oh. I can turn it with my fingers now. Get off of there.
Brian, how'd you get so muddy?
Well, that's very carefully done.
5 years later.
Wee doggies. Dang it, Dan. I can't see where that's at. It's like need a ratchet wrench.
You want to know something?
What?
I've got some.
You do?
Yep.
Just when I think he's gone and screwed up beyond repair, he goes and totally redeems himself.
You about to get it?
Yeah. The head's too big. Dang it!
I don't know. You're the expert here. Master mechanic.
Master of disaster, maybe. Oh.
Have to change your name of the channel to Master of Disaster.
Yeah, Master. Master of broken stuff. That keeps breaking.
If you need something fixed, bring it to Ron. He'll make it worse.
Yeah. He'll make it way worse.
And he won't even charge you.
Well, tickle my chin and call me Abraham Lincoln. We got this starter off there and finally got her to turn over, but we had to use 12 volts. But now it'll turn over on 6 volts. And then we noticed that this thing right here was completely froze up, so it wasn't pulling this to push that gear in there for the Bendix, and this right here would not move. So we smacked this a few times lightly with a hammer, squirted PB Blaster all over this thing, and now it'll move. So now we're just putting this all back together, and hopefully it'll work, because I called the parts store and they said we don't even know where to get one of them. So it is a strange looking one, kind of weird. But we're fixing to see what she does. All right, so we took this starter off and got it back on there, but there's a tricky way to start this thing. So you got to pull the Bendix, or pull the solenoid back yourself.
Let's see if we got any spark.
And then you got to hook up the coil. No spark?
I don't see anything.
Well,
Coal's bad.
that sucks. We got a new coil. Let's get you a screwdriver. Stick it in that and see if even the coils even do anything. Nothing. Okay. Where's that little charger at? We'll have it on charger while we're waiting on it. 6 volt. 12. Next on 6.
That's 12 too. That's 12 too. That's 12 too. That's 6.
Okay. What? Where's the plus? Yep. There's the plus right there. So, does that mean that that needs to be hooked to that? Ow!
Yeah,
That's not the way it's hooked up, is it? Somebody's hooked it up wrong. Because it says that the coil wire, or the one that goes to the distributor, is supposed to be hooked to the positive. Is that right? Is that how it's hooked? No, that's positive, ain't it? So we need to swap those. I bet you somebody tried to get this to run and hooked it up backwards. That guy was saying that he was getting good spark with it hooked to the negative, and then the positive hooked to the distributor and the negative hooked to the positive on the coil. from the battery. Okay, so we changed this out, changed the coil out, changed the points out, changed the condenser out. Had a nightmare with the condenser. It kept shorting out on something. Finally we got that fixed. I got it to where I could stick my finger in there and make spark by moving the points back and forth. Finally. And then this was not making contact, so I had to bend the little crimpers on it and get them to working. Finally we got it to where it would spark. Isaiah, he got shocked. It was raining, so I didn't have my GoPro out. And I've got an old GoPro and it ain't waterproof. And then in order to start it, you have to stick a pry bar in there and pull this solenoid back, which is a pain. Then you have to stick a screwdriver or something right there, or an arc that across them two contacts to get it to crank over. So I need an ignition switch, I need a new starter. So we're gonna go home and come back another day when it's daylight and we can see what we're doing. Oh, hopefully this will be cut into the next day when we're getting it running. Well, we're back down here. See if we can try it again with some daylight. We'll get her going today. All right.
You put any more oil in it?
Boy, this looks dry, don't it?
Is it even stuck down in it?
I don't know, it might not have been. Well, where did I pull that out of now? Freaking blunt. Oh, that's in the way. Yeah, it needs a quart. Get it out there on the dirt, and then we can jack it up and change it. I really don't want to get back in that mud hole. Yeah, back, pull it. Just pull it right there. You doing all right today?
Yes, sir. How we got it?
Pretty good. Why, there ain't even a gas tank in this thing. Oh, there ain't no gas tank. How we gonna do that? Wow. Was that a gas tank in the back of the trunk? There's a big box in there. How the heck are we gonna get that out? This thing's got a glass bowl. It's dry. And then get that fuel line. It ain't got no return line, so I don't know. But I just sprayed dirt right in my eyeballs. Oh, right in my eyes. That's amazing. Yeah, I'm just gonna run a line to this and run it to a 5-gallon jug in the cab.
Yeah, for sure. This is exciting, man.
Yeah.
This is badass. Y'all did the damn thing. All right, well, I got a few more I need you to work on.
I'm gonna try to pull this off, and hopefully it's got a barb fitting there so I can put me a line on it and just run it into a jug. Alright, I got that run over there and run around this so it won't get into the exhaust. Figured we might as well fill that bowl up with gas.
Primer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wet the diaphragm on that pump.
Oh. Yes, I've done your arm. Best feeling in the world.
Woo, man.
I don't like seeing smoke.
Wee doggies.
They burn her up.
We don't want to burn it up.
It's smoking from
Tailpipe.
like back behind us as far as you can see the tailpipe.
Do what?
Exhaust.
It's got like a big old nest of leaves up inside the muffler. It'll be all right, I think.
Blow it all out.
Yeah. All right, ready to go again?
Yep.
Tell you what, this has been harder than braiding a horse's tail in fly season. Is it leaking out from there?
No, I bet it is.
Dang it. Does that mean we gotta... Did it ever spray any fuel out of that?
I think it was about to, yeah.
All right. Well, maybe that's why it's leaking on it. That's right. If it's that little rubber O-ring inside that, that'll be a pain. It may do it with all that gas in it. And they pump it right up in there and start running.
Kill switch ready.
Yeah. I bet we flooded it. Do what?
The thing's gonna be leaking up here too.
Is it? Oh man.
But you get your rebuild kit today.
You think? Did he leave that charger in here? Yeah, it is. If we got enough cord.
Foot cords and one missing one end, one missing the other.
Wow.
Wire them together.
Yeah. No kidding. Well, it cranks up, but it's leaking gas out of that
Yeah, I heard it start.
bottom of that carburetor. Okay. That little cam gear on the bottom of that is supposed to push it back and forth. I'd say we ain't got them on there in the right position. You know, there's two screws. One of them holds it in. What does the other one do?
I don't know. You're the mechanic.
I don't either. Let me look at it. Where's mine?
You got these little bitty.
When you turn that screw, it moves it. It moves it forward and backwards.
Like toward the front of the car and back?
Yeah, it moves the whole point system.
Yeah, let's open them down.
All right, sweet.
Melting my screwdriver.
That sucks. Burn you?
Yes, I didn't feel it, but
Oh man.
now make sure you put this back on.
Yes. I would never hand me a screwdriver. All I'll do is break it.
Well, it looks like whenever I burnt my hand with a cut torch.
Alright. Now will it run? That's hotter than 2 rats screwing in a wool sock.
So it takes 2 keys.
Yep. You gotta have the key and then the other key.
Is that wire on there?
Nothing?
Is that wire on there? No.
Wow.
There's too many parts to stick it together.
Too many, yeah.
Too many wires and keys. Yep.
All right.
Take it on there.
Thank you.
Just start right up. And grab it.
Ready?
Yep.
We ain't got enough power. Yeah, we're down to 6 volts. 6 even. So close yet so far away. Well, this front tire's holding there, is that?
Well,
Kinda.
that one's pretty flat.
Yeah, that one's probably flatted. Oh yeah, it's flat as a pancake. How does that sound weird? Look under there. Huh?
Move the other tires.
Is it? So it's just slack in the shaft. 6.6. It went up to 7 yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's gonna run now, ain't it?
About to.
I hope it charges. It'd be a miracle if it does charge. Well, now you know why my shop teacher called me the champion jerry rigger, using a freaking crowbar on a starter. And ridiculous. It ain't leaking. I just don't know if it's pumping or what. Choke it.
Choke you, son of a...
It's leaking again. I'll be a monkey's uncle. Ain't got enough juice. Is that pumping gas? Just think, that was put on there in 1949. What does it say? Okay, final? 1?
Okay, trim.
Okay, trim. What do you reckon that is? If y'all know what that is, get your crayons out and scribble that in the comment box, because I have no idea. We're at 6.6. I say we get that 12 volt and stick it back in there and pumping fuel with it. I guess we can start it, try it again. Well, that's about a pain in the butt, ain't it? Pumping, don't you? You getting hot? No. Cold as a cucumber. Does it have a manual choke? No, it's got an automatic choke, doesn't it? 1949. I don't know. Oh, it ain't hooked up. It was one of the wires that went on there.
It's moving it, trying to. It's moving it. Or it was.
Reckon why it won't run without the choke. Shouldn't use that much gas with a 1 barrel. Should it?
Oh, but where's the rest of it gonna go? If it ain't got no return.
I don't know. It didn't have a return. It only had 1 line back here at the gas tank, so I don't know how it works. Now what do we need to do? Put the radiator back in it? Let that battery charge while we're doing that, I guess. Alright, so we get this radiator back in. This thing here was a bear. Good grief. You gotta line this hole up, that hole up with the other hole, and boy, we finally got it back on though. Now we just gotta tighten it.
It's enough to make you want to cuss.
Yep. Harder than braiding a horse's tail during fly season.
Oh goodness.
Oh, you're moving now. It's almost like this thing ain't run in 50 years.
You got it?
Mm-hmm. Squall's like an Irish banshee going after an Englishman. All right, what are these? Oh, these are the throttle cable linkage things, ain't they? Now you're cooking with peanut oil.
I'll have to take this home with me.
It's handy, ain't it? Yep. Way back yonder. Yeah, It's freaking massive. Wow, look at that thing. It's big. It's probably an inch, yeah. Took a freaking 3/4 inch drive to take a oil pan or oil drain plug out. Okay. I can taste the Mopar. Yeah, I do.
Is that a magnet on the end of that?
There ain't nothing on that, man. That is good. Well, no, there might be a little bit of something on it. If there is, there ain't much. There's a very specific reason why I bought this here, Super Tech. It's because it was the cheapest thing I could find.
Cheaper the better. What is that, Walmart brand?
The Walmart brand, yeah.
That's the good stuff right there.
Actually, if you watch that Project Forum, it's actually not that bad. It's not bad. Uh-oh, we ain't got a filter or a...
You don't need one. Dump it in there. Don't miss the hole.
Oh, I'll miss the hole.
Oh
Because
my God.
I suck.
Spilt the quart out on the ground.
The shakiest gun in the West. It's freaking cold out here. Gooder enough.
Gooder enough. I'm afraid I'll sponsor you.
They should sponsor me. I bought enough of their tools to
All we got is
feed 3 families.
Spill that all over the place too.
Yep. Engaged. Turn it. Clutch ain't doing nothing. Nothing? Oh boy. Huh?
It was trying to.
It was trying to move. The clutch won't work. I mean, I can push the clutch in, but it ain't pushing it in. This one's turning. It works. We just got to figure out why the clutch ain't pushing. We have to adjust the linkage on it or something. Because it ain't hydraulic, it's just a manual thing. It's moving. Yeah. Push it in again. Is that all the way down? Push it all the way down. Yeah, I mean, the fork thing is moving. I just don't know if it's moving far enough. Put it into low. Yeah. All right, put it into drive. All right, now put it into reverse. You got the clutch in? Let out on the clutch. Is that in reverse? Okay. Keep working it.
Bill, I think maybe you'll follow the discussion a little better if we review for a moment the action of the transmission during the shift.
Well, Lou, for the upshift, pressure from the pump has got to move the direct speed piston and the shift fork forward. On the other hand, for the downshift, the pressure must be relieved so the piston and fork can move back. Of course, there's more to it than that, but that's the gist of it.
I think the clutch is like hung. Put it in reverse and let's start it and see if we got reverse. Yeah. It works.
Well, strip my gears and call me shipless.
Huh? It's in gear? Is it going forward? There it goes. Is it circulating? It's getting hot, that's for sure.
The hose?
That lower one is.
That's crazy, starting up like that and then it's running.
Oh man, it's running good, wasn't it? They just go to the floor and stay there. Oh my gosh. They won't even come back up. What about this?
I'm pulling to my stick. Sounds like it's doing something. Pulling it up here.
Is it?
Or whatever it goes to.
Turn the tire and all.
Is it in gear?
Nothing. It's probably froze up inside of it. Dang it. I don't see where that brake cable goes, man. Around the drive shaft or something, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's supposed to break this right here, but it's not pulling it for some reason. Knipex pliers, if you don't care, and I'll try to force it to move. Yeah. Yeah, do that again. Work it back and forth. It's moving now. Oh yeah, it's starting to move. It's getting free. Yeah, I can't turn the drive shaft now. Let off of it. I can turn it now. Yeah, that stopped it. Oh yeah, now it's moving a lot better. Well, we failed. What's all the problems I said?
Tires, starter, wiring, key, clutch, brakes, everything.
So the clutch is completely hung. The clutch will not disengage. And it's pushing the forks, it's just not disengaging. I guess it's just rusted maybe to its pressure plate. I don't know. But it's a straight-inch transmission. It's got that fluid drive, fluid-matic, or whatever you call it. And we could put it in gear and crank it and try to drive it home like that in gear. But then we have no brakes. We did get the e-brake to work, which is good enough. I wouldn't mind driving it like that, but then when we tried to hook the lights up, the wires immediately got hot and just started smoking. And the wires throughout the whole car are just crumbling. So I'm debating on whether to just come down here and put tires on it, because they won't hold air, and try to drive it home. Just put it in gear and trying to drive it home. Or I could get a trailer and haul it home, put it up on the lift, and be a whole lot easier to work on it. Y'all let me know in the comments what I should do with it. Anyway, this is Mountain Man Garage, and we are dead tired. What time is it? 9:30. The last time we was down here 2 days ago, we stayed down here till 10:30. And anyhow, would you like to add a tidbit of information that you have?
This truck, we don't need that car. We got this Dodge Ram, 3500, 24 valve Cummins. Might as well just forget the car where it is.
Anyway, let us know what to do in the comments.